Hello, this is Ada Ray from Bricksmaven. This is part 38 of developing a one-page wellness spa website in Bricks. Okay, there's something I'm gonna say. I was actually already recording this video and I was like 8 or 10 minutes in and the record software crashed. So there's already some work I've done, but I'm not that far in. I'm just at the beginning, but I'm just gonna repeat some stuff I already said, so that it actually makes sense where I'm at and that you guys we can then continue from that point. It's quite funny. I paused it just to go and upload the images to the to WordPress and it crashed. But nevertheless, in this video, we're going to be looking at building the About Us section and also this frequently asked section. In the previous video, we did the booking patterns, so that one is handled. Oh, and if you watched that previous video, I also turned the last two patterns into components and I added the props, etc. And so that's totally finished. And in this video, we're going to be focusing on this pattern that you see in front of you. We're going to be creating this component right here. And we'll also be creating this component here. And we'll be creating this whole pattern. I hope to do that in this whole video. Plus, I also hope to finish this one because this one is pretty easy. It's just basically dropping in this pattern, adding the text, adding the images, and then adding this component, changing the colors, and we're basically done. So I hope to do these two in this video, these two. And I'll also be creating this one here that you see, and also be creating this pattern here. If everything goes well, I might do them all, but we'll see. And as you can see, this will be a variation of that component. Okay, so without further ado, let us just jump in and get started. So we started in Bricks, but as you can see, I already created a pattern and it's saved. Opened it up in Bricks. I already started building. We're building this from scratch because there is no existing pattern. So I'm actually here. I'm using the intro pattern that I have to recreate this what we have here. I've added in all the text. I've added in the gap. I also fixed the responsiveness. So, and this is actually where where it stopped, where I actually had to go and grab the images because I was about to build the video section. So this section here, which I'm going to do now. So just keep watching. Let's continue. So this is going to be a block, and this block is going to be the video wrapper. I'm going to grab the class here real quick because we need it. So this is going to be a video wrapper. Video. Can't type today. Video wrapper. Video. Wow. There we go. I'm going to add a container. Let me see, container gap. Yes, container gap. We need a container gap. Container gap. And I'm going to drop in the video element. And our source, we're just going to leave it at YouTube. Nothing to change here. Our source is going to be, the same. Disable full screen button. Well, I can leave the controls, no problem there. And I need a preview image. So here I'm going to add that preview image. As you can see, I have the images here. I'm going to copy this, add the image in. So we have it now. I'm going to set this to full because I want the good quality, as you can see. And we also need an overlay. I'm going to add an overlay here. We can add a simple overlay this time. We don't need to create anything separate because we're not using any gradient. So we're going to use a simple overlay. See, okay, it has to be a bit darker. And this is where we need to go to the base because that base has darker, a darker hue, so compared to what we have here. Okay, that's pretty good. And then I'm gonna then add the icon, so I need the play icon. So play, this is okay. And then the size of it, well, This will be a little bit bigger. Okay, text L, I don't know, text XL. Oh, that's very small. Just do for Excel. That's good. Okay, so basically we have our, this one is done. And I'm going to, okay, it needs a drop shadow. I'm going to add it on the video wrapper. So go to border, box shadow, box. Okay, it's there. And I can either go and build a component, or I add this pattern. I drop this pattern in, and this pattern should live outside of the container. So let's go to the remote template and then go to Accordion. And I need is this one. I'm gonna bring in this one, and then I will need to make some changes. As you can see, this is the one that we need. And let me just change the title here, and then I can basically just delete the text and the accent heading. And this heading here has to be set to a H. It should actually be H2. Yeah. But the what's it called has to change. This text size. So I will need to create a specific class here to overwrite the styling. So this will be Accordion 11, and then okay, and then go to typography, and this set to H3. Perfect. Okay, so like I said before, once it comes when it comes here to creating a component, I would have to use the card. So I'll have to delete all these. And this one, this will be changed into a component. So that's how we're going to do this. So I'm just going to just copy this text here, plug it in. Okay, so that's just one of the questions. And oh, we need to remove the background because we don't need that. So the background has to go. Okay, and I also remove the spacing. Okay, so what we do now is we need to bring in this we need to create a pseudo element. I will have to do that. I'm now thinking, because I have two sections now, and if I create a pseudo, okay, I can. The easy way I can do it, I can add a pseudo element that on the about us, the about section, and also add a background color on the next section here. So that's what I can do. Or I take the container out here and put it here. I can do that too. And then I can create the necessary height so that everything just sits in one section and I don't have two sections. I'll do this one. I'll do it like this. So this will be the Accordion container, as you can see. And now I'm going to actually add a spacing to it, a gap, sorry. I'm going to use calc because the gap is quite wide, like ×4 or something. Okay, 3. Okay, 2. Okay, maybe I exaggerated. 2. 2 is good. And I'm going to also increase the section padding. I'm going to go to XL because we need more space. And on the top, I'm going to set it to XL, not to XL, but XL. Okay, so we've added this. Okay. This feels a little bit larger though. Let me see if I can change this with, instead of H, I'll go with text to Excel. Yeah, that's better. It's much better. And now I'm going to add the pseudo element. So we say root, before. I want to set the section to a relative so that it stays within its parent, or this parent in this case, content. And I need to set this to position absolute, position absolute, absolute. Whoa. And inset. Okay, I need to set the inset inline to 0, and the inset block end to 0, so that it sits at the bottom. Okay, and then the background color should be a var primary L8, so it has to be very light. And now the inline size should be 100%, and the block size should be, I think I need to think in percentages or viewport height. Why? I cannot just add a pixel value because you might have a lot of questions, so that means this will really lengthen the page, and it will affect our placing of the pseudo element. So if I use a viewport height, it will more or less stay, stay at the place where I set it. So if I look at this page, this pattern, it's about, if you look at the way it's divided, so this is about like 45% of the page. It's almost at 50. So let's try that. Let's try 48 VH, and here you see it's coming up short. So okay, I need to increase that to 55. 55 seems a little bit better. It's although not at the middle. I wonder if I set this to like 85. Okay, maybe my maths is off, but 65 then. Okay, so let's set it at 65, but it seems, okay, I guess my maths is not really working today. Okay, so let's test this. I'm gonna set the Z index to -1 so that we can see our stuff. Why is this? Does this have a background? What is going on here? Oh, so selected. Okay, so we basically have what we have here. Okay, and I wonder, see, now it's shifting, and this is what I don't like. It's shifting, it's even going much higher. So that means I need to change that once it hits a certain breakpoint. Yeah, that's something I need to think about. Because that's the thing. Once the height of the pattern changes, everything starts shifting around. So here I have to bring it down, and you know what? I wonder if the text, if this becomes longer, if this will go down, right? So for example, let me duplicate this a few more times. You see, this is already changing. The way to actually preserve the height, if I was, for example, to actually remove this and create a separate section, then I could then prevent the height from shifting too much, you know. So in other words, you see it already looks differently now. It looks differently now, and looks differently now. So if I have less questions, this thing will shoot up. Actually, it's perfect now, around 5 questions. If I was to remove a question, it goes up. And if I give it a fixed height, obviously, let's see, if I give it a fixed height, what will we get? Because I'm trying to find a middle ground. So let's say this is like, I could even use, no, I'm not going to use widths. I'm going to say, let's say 740 pixels. I don't think that will be enough. Okay, so let's say we have that. Okay, it stays there. Okay, it doesn't move around too much because it's a fixed height. But obviously, if this was less, what will we get? See, it shrinks. So you run into this, you run into stuff like this. So that means on the different breakpoints, you would have to be fixing it. And you never know how many questions you get. So this would not be a correct way of doing this. So I'm going to I'm regretting removing my section. I'm going to add the section back. So what was this called? This was BM Accordion, right? Was it Accordion? Wait, I'm going to add this back. I'm going to add that back, and I'm going to just drop this back here so it's separate. Yeah, we're going to do that because I think this will be a better way of fixing this. And then on this section, this will just be Accordion, and we're going to just give it that color, the same color. It's 8, you see. And now, and let me fix the height. I don't want to deal with this height. So what can we actually do here? See, if I say 20 VH, no, 40 VH, let's see. Okay. Because this gets really small. I think we're gonna have to make changes on the different breakpoints. I don't think I can get away from that. So what I'm going to do is set this higher first. So okay, around here, so it looks good on desktop. So once you get here, we need to make a change. So I'm gonna add some media queries. So media queries, this is going to be max width 991 pixels. And I'm only going to be changing the block size of my pseudo-element. So this can go, the width can go, everything can go, and now I'm going to be tweaking these. So this should be, I don't know, 30. Let's see. Oh, wait, I have an error. Okay. Okay, this looks good. And then, okay, this is acceptable. And here, this is unacceptable. So we can jump from, I think, from max width to, let's say, around the 600 mark. And it can drop to 20. Yeah, see? Or we could even make it like 15 or something. I think this works pretty good. You know, let's actually see it. Whoa, that's a big gap. Let's see what we got here. Beer. See, there's a diff. Why is there a diff in it? There's no reason to have a diff. I don't know where that came from. From maybe copy pasting from Figma. Okay. See, okay, but I still want extra space. So why is it okay? It's good now. Okay, so this is what we want, but this is obviously the gap here I put is way too high, so I need to change, I mean the spacing. I need to dial that back in or remove it completely so it looks normal again. And I think I'm going to also make the I'm going to make this a little bit smaller. It's too high, maybe 40 is good. Okay, so let's see how it actually looks like. And by the way, I think I don't have the height of the image correctly. This is 698, so it already has an aspect ratio set, but I might be able to. Oh, I didn't give it a class. Okay. Can you believe that? Let me give it a class real quick. So this video, and yeah, the height of the video should be 698. 698, right? 698, yeah. It's 698 pixels. And I'll obviously have to tweak some stuff here again because it cannot stay 698. Wait, so let me see, 698. Okay, this is not going to work, right? So let's go back to 498. So move it by 200, and once we jump here, we move it by 100. It's 398. 298, and yeah, this is, let me see, 240 or something. This is a good height. This is okay. Okay, so let's see now. I'm gonna just use the responsive to see how this line, I want it to stay somewhere between the middle. It can be a little bit above the middle of the video, but it should not go over it in any case. Okay, so this is quite high, if I'm honest, and then it goes back down. So I think it's from 991. Okay, here. Maybe I should bring the change once it's at 7. So maybe I should make it. I should change the breakpoint, not 600, but it should be 7. Let's see this 767. Let's see what happens. Look, it goes down. Yeah, you need to eye your design, but it might be too low, so I'm gonna just boost it to 20. I think this is okay. Yeah, so in no circumstance it really goes like super high, and we're pretty happy with it. Okay, there you go. Okay, it took a while to get it right. I think this is a perfect setup, so we can have as much questions as we want, and we have no issue. And as you saw, putting this container into the About Us section container will cause issues because I can't control the amount of questions that will be put here. It can be less, it can be more, and to all effect where the height of the pseudo element. So it's best to just only add it to this About Us section. And now, you guys normally I always start with the component, but I did it the other way around. So we're now going to look at the component. I'm going to start with the first one, that is this one. So we're building this component. I already have a component with the images, so I can basically use that one from the review. I can basically, wait, let's see. I'm going to go back to, maybe I don't need to start from scratch, or I don't need to create, I just need to create a variant. So, okay, let me go to templates, and I'm looking for, let me go all the way to the beginning because I need the social proof. Let me see if it's this one. Okay, so it's showing me, I don't know where okay, it's not showing me the images, of course. So if I go to, I'm going to open up this one. Maybe I can add that variant to it. That would be nice. Okay, so we have our social proof here. I can't see any images. Also, this only avatar list. Rating, no PG. Okay. I'm seeing no images at all. Okay, wait. I'm gonna drop this. I'm gonna drop it here. Let me see how it looks because I don't know why. Okay, so I'm running into an issue there that I cannot show. Well, that is weird. Just give me a second. I don't know why I can see the images. Why is everything empty? Okay, I cannot edit this. Okay. What is going on here? Okay, if I view this, will I see the images? Oh, they're gone. Have I changed anything since the beginning? What happened to my social? What happened to my images? Okay, shocker. Shocker. I didn't think we're supposed to be regressing. That was what is going on. My list is totally gone. These are all supposed to be lists. Why are these? Yo, okay. I am. Okay. If this is a component, I cannot even access it. It's problematic. I don't know what I changed to cause this image. Give me a moment. Okay, I just paused the video to go and check around, and I don't know why this is happening, but what I am going to do is actually put everything back in its place, because this is quite disturbing. I don't know what happened, which means I need to, I just don't know what happened. It's yeah, this is very strange. Let me see if the classes even exist. Avatar. See, look, it's avatar item. See, it exists. Well, why did it disappear? I'm so confused. I need to rebuild it. I'm gonna pause it here. I'm gonna rebuild it, and I'll get back. I'll restart it when it's done. Okay, so now I've just added the classes back. I'm going to add the avatars back. See, yeah, okay, so that's the first figure. All the classes are here, everything I said before. Right, so this is how it should work. So if I duplicate this, duplicate this, duplicate this, and duplicate this, I basically have what I had before, but obviously, you know, I'm going to create a, can I create a, can't do that from here. I can't create a component from here, so yeah, I need to create a prop so I can at least change the images. So this is going to be, you know what, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just going to duplicate it, and I'm going to just add the image by hand, just manually, because I set everything up correctly, so I don't know why I'm running into this issue. I'm as shocked as you are shocked. If you followed along, you know that I already set this up from one of the first videos I made. So this is because I created like a lot of variants, so I'm just thinking like, what happened? See, so this is like basically we created all these variants. See, we did all this work, and then suddenly my images are gone and I can't find anything. So it doesn't make sense. Okay, so I guess maybe I should create a more simplified version of this component, because you cannot do like you cannot like have all these things nested in here, which is a problem. So we have a component here. I can go in here. Look, I can add props to these images, right? And they'll obviously be exposed here. I'll presume I can change these images. But then can I add another layer to it? Is that possible? To have them appear here. Okay, I have to try. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try to see if I can actually add props to the avatars, right? So you can change the images, but I want to have them like on the top, on the root. But these are quite nested in. So I want to see if I can, how far I can go with the nesting. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna just you know, forward the video. See you later. Okay, I'm back and I got it to work, as you can see. So we can actually change our images on the root component, and I'm going to show you how I did that. First, I need to fix this up here, because we want our review to be on top. As you can see, I can change the first, second to the 5th avatars. I can change these images. That's what I wanted. So basically we go all the way down to the avatar list here. So I create props here, and then we go up a level, and on this level I then create props again. So all these props that I created here will then be displayed on the front. I bet that if this what's it called, this nested component here, if this had another nested component, I would run into issues. I think I'll run into issues, but this is not a nested component, so I can display my avatar list here. The only issue is I'm limited to 5, or I'd have to go all the way down and add a second one. So I mean a 6th one, 7th one. I cannot add slots because slots will be lost. I could add a slot here, maybe. No, I have to add it here. But if I add it here, let's see. Let's see actually what happens. So we add a slot here, and if I go to the front, I cannot see my slot, and this is the issue that I'm having. So it loses its function. Nothing I can do. So it's not really scalable anymore. It's too nested in. But at least we got what we wanted. I can now change this text and I can change the images, so that's a good thing. And I also have access to all the different variations, which is good. Although I don't need all of them. I actually need to create a new variation, which is actually which is this one. So I'm going to create the style, and the images can be added later. So it's all about the style. So that means I need to go to here and go to variants, and in this variance I'm going to add a new one. This is going to be inline team members. Team members with a lowercase t. Okay, so now we can actually go to our padding here, and we start adding some padding to it. It has to be all around. I'll give it a background color of L8, and then we'll give it a strong radius. Let's give it that rounded effect. Let's see, there we go. And we basically have it. And on my text, I'm going to actually increase the text because I think it's okay set to text S, but it should be, I think it's text M. It's normal. Yeah, thought so. So I'm going to set this to text M. And yeah, this is basically it. All we need to do now is create another variant of the same thing, but then darker. Because if you remember, we need this to work here. So I'm going to create another variant, which is inline team members dark. I'm just going to repeat the same thing that I just did, because let's just see it as reset again. So this has to be text M. I'm going to just have to do all the changes we just did. Background is L8. Spacing is M. Did I do S or was it M? M. And the radius is 2XL. All around. Oh, all sides linked. And oh wait, the background color is wrong. This has to be 8. No, wait. This is secondary dark, so maybe this is too dark. Secondary D5, and this will actually have to be a lighter color, so body white. Okay, and I think with this we have what we want, right? See, now we can actually go to the team members, and I've saved myself a lot of time. Okay, so we have everything we need. Let's finally move on. But before we do, we need to let me refresh this, because we also need to create the what's it called, this component. So I'm just going, this is a let's see, yeah, I'm going to copy this. I'm going to go to add new template, component, and I'll call this FAQ. I'll just call this FAQ. No, FAQ card. I'll just say FAQ card. FAQ card 1. Section component. Yeah, it's a card. Add, publish. Okay, so we're here now, and I want to paste it in. Okay, why is it displaying this way? Of course, it's getting the styling from the parent, the Accordion. So this styling here, which means that it obviously needs to live here to have that styling. I don't have this. The styling is not on the card itself. So basically, I'm just going to turn this into a component to keep things easy. Accordion item. The CSS, Accordion item 1, card, save, and I'm just basically going to just add the props in, because you'll need to change the props and the content. So I'm gonna make this editable. I'll just say accordion heading. Save this, connect it, and this will be accordion text, or it could also be answer, and just plug that in. Okay, so we have the both, and this is all we need. I need to change this to accordion item. Actually, accordion item 1. Save. Okay, so we now have all we need. I'm going to refresh this page one more time. And now let's just add the things that we need. Okay, we got this. I need the correct text, which is 56 plus years experience. Drop that there. And I need to change the images. So where did I think it's services. I only have 4 of them. It's supposed to be more images. So I'm missing one more, so I'm just going to add one as a duplicate. So I'm just going to add them all in, and then just add her again as the first, as the last. So we have them all. So that's how. So this one is set. I'm going to come here and do the same thing. I'm going to delete all this stuff. Delete and just add the component in accordion item, and here it will work because yeah, it's all the styling is getting applied. I'm going to remove this, and now we can basically, oh, I did not connect the content. So accordion text, save that, go back. Okay, so now we can basically add a text in, and we can change the accordion heading. So I'm just going to do it 3 times because according to design, I think I have 3 questions. Oops. See, here we go. So here, and I'm also going to change this, and I think we're about done. Okay, so let me see how everything looks. The lower breakpoints. Okay, so this comes here. Do we like it here? It's a good separator between the two, so I think I'll keep that. We have this spacing here. It's okay. I think I need to remove that extra space I added on the top. It's not necessary. Okay. And with that, we're actually done with this one. So this one is done. I'm going to move on to the next one. I think I'm about 40 minutes in now. And I can basically, I think I can do that in 20 minutes. So we're moving on to this one. We're going to do this. I'm going to build this one out. So follow me as I do that. So I'm going to leave this open. Close this, closing this one too. And I'm going to open up a new pattern. This is about 2 section. This is a pattern, and this is, did I save it as content? I saved it as content. Add publish. Okay, so now I need to pull in this pattern. It's a content pattern, so we need to do a little bit of searching. But I don't think it's far from the top. It has a slider in it, so I hope I don't overlook. Look at it here. It's content 66, so easy to find. I'm immediately going to drop images in it. We have to go to about us. I'm going to drop these images. That's as easy as you can do this. I'm just going to add more images. Yeah. Okay, so we have our slider in. Let me add in the text. As you can see, this one is just basically just to fill it in. I'm not doing a lot of changes here. 66 text, 66 text. Okay, so I need to make a change here because we need a different styling. So this would be, instead of text, this would be subheading. Remove text here, and I'll add text L to bump this up. And I'll also add the component, the social proof component. Oh, social proof. And I will then change the variant so that we have what we need. And I have to add the experience, etc. I need to include that here too, and also add the images. I'm gonna do that real quick, real fast. Service. Okay, just add them all in. And the last one, just duplicate. Okay. And nothing is changing. Why? I don't know. Let's refresh. Let me refresh the whole thing. Okay, it's changed. And I noticed that we have a greater spacing there. So what I want to do here is actually add some spacing. Let me see, this is the intro. So if I was to, you know what, I'll come back here. I need to think of a better approach, but I need to make some tweaks to the width first. By the way, is this, wait, I can make it here. I don't need to create a new class or anything. This is width. If I say width M, is that too short? I think so, it's too short. Okay, I like it. I'll leave it this way. And I think I'm going to just add a class to the bottom margin because I don't want to create a whole new block and add a gap. I'm just going to fix it this way. Just push this a little bit down so that it's fixed. And as for this side, we need to just fill in this text. There you go. And get this copied over here. Change the color to secondary. Get to know us. I'm gonna add space there, and here we see the div. So I think it's coming from Figma, this div. I don't know why it's there, but okay, it is get to know us. Get to know us. Be larger. Get to know us. Okay, the slider buttons. So let me go to my slider, and we need to make some changes to the arrow. First of all, we need to take off the radius. That's one. And we need to make this a slide. Okay, that's good. So we can see the default. The color, no, the background should be is darker, right? Maybe 5 or something. Okay. And what else? We have the color, which is just, we'll give it a primary L. The size, what is the size? It's 7 by 14. It's quite small, so I'll make this like 16 smaller. And as for the disabled is set to a lighter color, so L8. Okay. It did not change. It's supposed to change when I set it to slide. That is awkward. Color, I don't have anything set on ID, no. On the classes. Yeah, so basically, wait, let's see if it's not a Bricks. Maybe Bricks is tripping again, or it's just me. Come on, there should be one that is not disabled. There should be a disabled. Oh, this is weird. Do I actually have a border on this? This should be none. Okay, I have no idea why disabled is not working. Let me check my inspect code to see what's going on. Okay, it definitely has that color. Oh wait, is it because, is it set to like autoplay and rewind? Yeah, I thought so. Okay, so if it's set to autoplay, will it, okay, it's the rewind. Okay, yeah, it's the settings. I thought it was strange that it's not working. See, a little bit lighter, and the arrow has to be darker, so a bit more darker. Okay, this does seem a little bit larger though. Would have changed this to like 18 or something. 20, yeah, that's better. Okay, I'm just gonna leave that as it is. Okay, so we have this, it changes here, switch up. Okay, okay. I'm not happy with the spacing here. So we have our content, so I need to increase. I'm going to calc this and increase the grid gap. Like 4 or something, more space, just to let it breathe a little bit. Yeah, I think this looks fabulous. So we're basically done with this one. It took me, that's a 10 minutes extra. So this one is also done. Everything works well. And I could basically, we could try to do the next two. Because I'm approaching an hour now. And this is actually the same as, this one is actually the same. It's just actually just filling in the images. So this can be quickly done. And this is also simple to do. So you know what, I'll add it here, because if I make a separate video, it will be way too short. So I think we could do this in like 15 minutes. Let's try. So this one is done. Let's move on to the next one, pattern 3. And I did not create a separate page or pattern for the testimonials. So what I mean is this, I said I was going to do that for this one, because you might want to drop this on another section on your site. So we still need to create actually a separate page for this, but I'll do that. I'll just do that off screen. So just keep this flowing. Okay, so another content section that we need, pattern, and this is content, publish. I'm going to try and move a little bit quick now. So we have 1, we have 2, looking good. Let's come here, content, and I'm looking for oldie. This one is a one I made a long time ago, so it has to be somewhere. Here it is, content 7. It's one of the first patterns that were ever created. So I'm gonna start dropping the text in, and we'll change the color. Everything, we'll change it later. Okay, we already run into issue. I need to create a specific class for this one. This is with the subheading, so it's larger, and this will be the text beneath it, right? So this will be subheading, content 5, content 7. This is already, something is already broken here. This is 7. This is subheading. Okay, this should go away. I'm going to change this to subheading. I'm going to remove this one because that's for the text. Or desk, the DESC on the class that you just saw stands for description. Should be text though. Text L. And we can remove the accent heading. We don't need that. Delete. And the button should be light. And I'm going to add, I don't know why there's a HTML tag there. Let's leave it at A. I need to add the component to finish this side off. So this is the social proof component again, and we need to repeat the same thing. So normally this should sit under the heading, and I'm gonna have to flip this. So I need to style this, but let us start adding the content into it. But let me change the variant also to dark, and change the text. I need to, let me just add the images, and then after that I'll change the way this grid is divided, because it's not adding up. So 3, 2 more, and then I'm going to add a duplicate, save. It doesn't show, but we all know it's changed. It likes to play games with me. Okay, so now I'm here and I need to fix this up. This is not going to work. A 3-1 split is not going to work, so I need to make it, I think 3-2. Let's try a 2-1. No, it has to be 3-2. 3-2, 3-2, 3-2. Let's see. Yeah, something like that. I'm going to change the background color to secondary. And I'm going to set this box. I'm going to change the color to white. I'm going to change the heading color to white. And I need to figure out what class this is, so I can just change it, change the order. So on the box, I'm going to say go to our root, target that selector class, and then say order -1, -1 if I can find a minus. Okay, so it sits on top now, which is a good thing. I'm going to boost this button, so it's going to be large, and it should be set to get to know us. Okay, so now we need to add the images to it. This was about, that's the first one, and this is the second one. Okay, and now just tweak the shape. The color of the shape is that seems lighter, so this one is going to be tricky. This is secondary. Is this D1, 2, or 3? 2, 3. I think around 3. and we need to tweak the height. The height is like 40, 50%, 60%, 50%, 60%. Yes, something like that. Okay, like I said, this one is pretty quick. The height, we need to boost it. Increase the section height, or padding, sorry. I'm gonna do it for both the top and the bottom. Okay. This one is questionable. Should actually stack here instead of here. So I think the wise thing to do is to stack it, because from 991 to 767 it will become more squishy, so it will look good. So I need to change this. I will just remove this here. I don't know why there's a great gap there. I'm going to reset this to 1. And obviously this is flipped. Must have had a reason why I flipped it. So I'm going to flip it here to 0. And we come here and it all looks good. As you can see, it's overlapping here because some stuff is set to position absolute. So, oh, this is set to wrap? I didn't know that. You know, let me actually look at this on the front page, because I'm not seeing a lot of stuff. I'm not seeing it correctly. So, okay, become smaller. It's okay. Okay, it actually stacks. Obviously it will have to stack eventually. Maybe to have to, like, okay, if it's center will not look very good, but maybe the radius can change. Okay, so I don't like how this is showing here. So, and this will definitely push, this can definitely cause issues. So what we need to do there is actually, we need to create a, I have to use the hash selector, and I think is it adjacent selector, or, you know, the plus selector. I need to select the section underneath and increase the padding. I've done that before in one of the previous patterns that was overlapping its parent. So I need to do that here too. But I'm going to skip that. I'm going to do that. I'm going to fix this component, and I'm going to also fix this off screen because I want to just get to the last one. Okay, I don't know what I was saying just now. I accidentally clicked on the pause button. So if what I'm saying doesn't make sense, then there was a slight issue. Anyways, I'm going to now fix the last one, which is testimonial. No, FAQ. And I think this is the first FAQ, or this might even be the second one. But FAQ, I'm gonna do that pattern. And this is FAQ, add, publish. And this is also a pattern, so this one should be easy to do. It should not be a lot of work on this one. So I need to go to Accordion. As you can see, it's basically what you see is what you get. You don't need an accent heading. So this one is also an easy one to do. I obviously would have to turn this into a component. Okay, we don't have any text, so we can take that off. As for the, wait, I need to add a background, secondary. Okay, I cannot tweak the intro, so I need to give it a specific class, heading, and this can get the heading variable, white. Okay, it needs to be, the width needs to be smaller, so we have width L, we'll go for width L. It was XL, so we'll go for L. Okay, this is good. Okay, I would have to make some style changes there. So even if I'm going to come to the accordion and let's go to our content. Can we set a background of white here? Okay, or better, PG body. Border is set to border color. I don't even know if this has a border. I don't think so. So I'm going to take it off. No borders. No borders. This is once it's open, it gets a lighter secondary color. So I need to change that on the title. So when it's active, it should be a lighter color. I think maybe 8. So is that too light? Seems that way. Maybe even more lighter. 9. And then the text should be dark. So body text dark. Yeah, like that. It was actually normal. That's the normal color. So I basically can just add this as a normal color. It should just be dark. Yeah. Okay, so let's look at the tabs. Let's also change that. So the title says the background is green, primary. No, that is active, should be primary, and the once it's not active, I'm just going to set it to very light. And the text should be like typography. The color should be body light or something. Yeah, something like that. Is this text M? Text S. Okay, so it's small. I think I need to change the radius because it's too round. So we'll go to border and set the radius to X. Yeah, that's better. Save, and I need to increase the spacing around it, I think. I'm going to leave it the way it is. I'm going to create a background for the shape because we're now almost done. So I'm going to add that SVG here. I'm just going to say background flower. Background flower. Copy this. Call it flower. Select the SVG. There you go. And basically, obviously I have to give it a height. So this one is 685 pixels. I'll go to my accordion, set this to relative, go back to my flower and set this to absolute. Make sure that it fits on the left side. I wonder if this is actually centered. I don't know. I don't think so. But let's see if okay. It has to be set to Z index -1. And this should be set to isolate. Let's see how this looks like on the lower breakpoint. Yeah, that's okay. Looks good. I like the way it's looking. By the way, I think this is even much smaller than I anticipated. So this should be like width 30 or something. No, that's too small. 40, 50. Yeah, 50. And I'll set this to center. I think this is how it should look. Yeah. And we should make sure that on the accordion, the first one should be open at all times. Okay, we actually did it. I think this one is longer than an hour, but I was able to do all the patterns that I wanted to do to build. So in total we did 4 of them. So we built the About Us section, we created a component, we built the frequently asked questions. We also created the component of the accordion item here. We made sure that our pseudo-element height looks good on every breakpoint. Furthermore, we created this About Us section, which we did in record time. And last but not least, we also did the last About Us pattern pretty quick. And there's some things that we need to fix here, like on mobile, these images overlap the next section. We need to fix that. And the component needs to look better on mobile, on the mobile version. And the frequently asked question pattern, we did that also pretty quick. So with that being said, we are now approaching the last patterns of this series. So we have a call to action that we need to do, which should be in the next video. And so we're going to build out this one, and we're going to also do this one. I'm going to just create this as a, this is also going to be a pattern. So it's going to be a pattern and a component. This also the same, going to be a pattern and a component. And we're also going to, no, we're going to skip this one. This is a whole pattern. It's a footer actually connected with a call to action. So we're going to actually see this call to action belongs to the footer. So that's just the way it is. And with that being said, guys, I will see you in the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Leave a comment behind. Let me know what you think of this video. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.